The show was held in the vast indoor arena on the East of England showground at Peterborough, and the principal sponsors of the event were CSJ Specialist Canine Feeds. CSJ have their own range of specially formulated dog foods, numerous herb supplements, treats and much more. Everything to keep your dog healthy and full of stamina. There was a huge entry of dogs, almost every breed you could think of, taking part in an event spanning 4 days of continuous judging. This is the working group being judged by Peter Radley, seen here, with a striking red-coated Alaskan Malamute. Well-built dogs, strong in the shoulder and legs. The Bernese Mountain Dog, bred originally as farm dogs, particularly for their ability to drive and herd cattle in the region of the Alps. Bull Mastiff, and a fine example of the breed. Solid. Its ancestors originate from Eastern Europe. The breed was used by landowners to protect their game from poachers. It was a formidable guard dog and still is. The Great Dane, a German breed that seems to have evolved way back from large leggy boar hunting dogs in Eastern Europe. Through the ages, the blood from English Mastiffs and Irish Deerhounds was introduced, resulting in this unmistakable and affectionate breed. The St. Bernard. Though not often seen, this is a familiar and monumental breed from the Swiss Alps. Huge rescue dogs. The Portuguese water dog is a relatively new breed to the show ring here in the UK, and a breed with a remarkable maritime history as message couriers between sailing ships, as well as retrieving fish and fishermen's nets. The Siberian Husky, hardy dogs, thick-coated and resilient, able to stand the freezing temperatures of the Northern Hemisphere. Sled dogs that were, and still are, vital to the survival of Eskimos and other tribes. The judge chose this eye-catching Bouvier de Flandre, Liscapore Lord of the Rings, for best in group. Group 2 went to the St. Bernard, Group 3 to the Great Dane, and Group 4 to the Alaskan Malamute. The Bouvier de Flandre is a cattle herding breed that originates from the Flemish region of Europe. He's owned by Mrs. Fiona Lambert. Fiona, tell me a little bit about the winning dog.
His name's Hector. His pet name is Hector. He's quite an interesting litter insofar as he's an AI litter. It's a combination of American, Dutch and English lines. And he's only a young dog. He's 13 months old. And basically he's unbeaten since he hit the show scene at 6 months. At 6 months he came out at Windsor and got the reserve CC, which was fantastic. He's got a Group 2 at South Wales under breed specialist Stuart Mallard, where he also won the puppy group. So he's just been phenomenal, ably handled by young Michael here.
What sort of a temperament has he got?
Fabulous temperament.
He's got a lovely thick coat. How's that to manage?
But it's hard work, but it's enjoyable, and he's so easy. He just stands on the table and he's not a problem to groom.
Fiona, thanks very much for your time, and congratulations on your win.
Thanks very much.
The gun dog group was judged by Aideen M.F. House. This is a Bracco Italiano. It's a pointer and a great hunting dog. This is nicely marked and demonstrates the fluid stride so typical of this breed. There was a large entry of setters, this being a fine example of the English setter. Setters and pointers pick up the scent from the game and set or point in the direction of the quarry from a poised standing position, a dog with a happy disposition, swishing along. The German short-haired pointer, another hunting dog, and like its contemporaries, it has a lot of energy and needs the stimulation and freedom had by being off the lead in open country. Lovely dapple markings. The German wire-haired pointer, a wise-looking dog. It was bred for versatility in the field, able to track, hunt and retrieve, able to work on rough mountainous terrain and through forests. The Gordon Setter, originally called Black and Tans, were sporting dogs of the Scottish Highlands, hunting grouse and ptarmigan. The breed was associated with Alexander Gordon, the 4th Duke of Gordon of Speyside. In complete contrast, colour-wise, is the red and white setter, a breed that in the past has become close to extinction, due to the popularity of its cousin the red setter. The Irish setter, or red setter, has become the most popular of the setter family, and this is a beautifully glossy-coated well-bred show dog, swishing along briskly, with its immense feathering beneath. They are dogs with a very affectionate temperament. The Golden Retriever, a truly versatile breed, not only bred for retrieving game birds on land and in water, but also very popular as guide and rescue dogs because of their temperament and high intelligence. Dogs that always seem to wear a smile. The judge's choice for the Gun Dog Group winner was Balatar Mahalia Jackson, a Hungarian wire-haired Vizsla, owned by Irene Collier. Group 2 went to the flat-coated retriever Rhinefields As Happy As Larry. Group 3 went to the Welsh Springer Spaniel Ferndale Butterkist, and Group 4 went to the English setter Marglen Snowdrift at Hayworth. Group 1 winners, Irene with her Hungarian wire-haired Vizsla, had only been showing for 2 years. I asked about her dog.
Well, she's my first Hungarian wire-haired that I bought. She's 3 years old now, and I bought her as a pet. So no intention to show whatsoever. I'd never shown before, never even been to a dog show before. The breeder is Tim Branney, and she's a Bellatar dog, and it was his first litter that he bred. I had 2 of them, and I've got her now.
How is she to manage?
Naughty at times. Naughty at times. She's very, very clever. She's very sweet to live with. She's naughty. She's impatient. She likes to be doing something, so she does work as well as show a bit. But 99% she's a pet. Sleeps on the bed, lives in the house.
One of the characteristics about this breed is the actual character that's shown in the head.
Yeah, she's, well, look at her head. She's got the sweetest melting eyes. And that's a real characteristic of the breed.
How do you keep the coat in good condition?
Keeps itself. Absolutely keeps itself. Some of them have to be stripped. She's never been stripped, never been bathed. She jumps in a cattle trough or in a river for a swim, and she gets clean that way. So she's very low maintenance. Lovely day. Thank you. Thank you. There we go.
A show on this scale takes a massive amount of organising, so who better to give a little insight to the preparation than the president, Pat Dufty, and show manager, Sue Kirk. How long to prepare for this show, Pat?
The judges have to be with the Kennel Club, the CC judges, a year before the show starts, and then it takes about a year to do the paperwork to get everything ready and in place for the show to run. So approximately a year. But judges, we collect judges over 2 or 3 years, so it can, it's just an ongoing thing from 1 year to the next once we get going.
So how many times at this venue have you held this show?
We've been in this venue now for 7 years.
7 years. Have you seen entry numbers increase?
Oh yes, they've definitely increased over the last couple of years, yes. It is a very good entry for us this year, yeah.
Pat, how do you choose the judges to show at an event like this?
The CC judges, the ones that are awarding challenge certificates, they have to be at a certain stage in a judging career to be able to give tickets. And then we pick them from judging lists and we send the names to the Kennel Club and they're passed by the Kennel Club to award CCs. The other judges, the non-CC judges, they have to be on a list, a B list or a C list, for us to select them to judge at these shows.
How many judges are there?
Approximately 86, 87, something like that.
How's the organisation gone for the show?
It's gone very well, we've had no problems at all.
And how many staff do you have working for you to organise a show like this?
Oh, there's too many to mention, to be quite honest. We've had a lot of help by helpers, Banner Down, all sorts of people, so we can't thank them enough for their help.
CSJ sponsor us, and they sponsor rosettes, and they sponsor all the best of breeds, and they sponsor the schedules and the catalogue. So without all that, we couldn't, we would have a lot more to pay out.
The Hound Group judge, Mr. J. Walton Haddon, had just made his selection from which to choose the winners. Disappointing for some. His choice was the imposing wolfhound, Mascot's Crackerjack, dwarfing all the others. Group 2 went to the Tawny Basset of Brittany, Group 3 to the Greyhound, and Group 4 went to the Whippet. After the photo call, I was able to chat with the owner of the winning wolfhound. Maggie, you've got the group champion. Tell me about your dog.
His name's Crackerjack. He's been quite lightly shown in that he wasn't shown until he was 17 months old because he took a long time to mature, but he went to his first few shows and did very well. He became a champion quite quickly.
What about his coat? Is that easy to manage?
He needs quite a bit of grooming. So not so easy, but you keep on top of it and do it regularly, then that's fine. Quite, not so bad really.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
In the Terrier Group, Judge Mr. Philip James Greenway was taking a final look at the contenders. He pulled forward his 4 favourites for a last look. His decision was made, and he placed them in the order of their winning positions: Wheaton Terrier, Scottish Terrier, Border Terrier and Norwich Terrier. Photo call for Janie Jim Jams Jensen. Who are the people behind the cameras? I asked Alan Seymour from Our Dog's weekly newspaper and Alan Walker from Dog World magazine how they learnt to position a dog for a photograph.
I used to do ringcraft training many, many years ago when I first started actually with it, and it's something you gain really.
Same for you, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, I was involved in showing, and you just sort of pick it up, and you know when a dog stood well and when it's not stood well. It's just through experience, really.
Now, I see when the pair of you were out there taking the photos, you seem to work together as a team.
Yeah, I think you have to do. You've got to do, really. It's
one of those things. Yes, we do work together, but sort of and work as a team essentially. But,
yeah, I mean, we're both doing the same job, and if one works against each other, it makes life hard work. So if we both work together, it works well.
So, have you ever been defeated?
Yes.
We always fail at some point. It's like chihuahuas. They don't stand. They twitch.
Right.
And it's like I said to you before. A lot of the time, it's out of our hands.
I suppose you can only stay in the ring for so long, can't you?
There's a strict time code, and if you're not within the time code, you're out, and then you're floundering a touch because you don't really know where you're going to be able to get the photo.
Do you ever get people complaining or about the pictures you've taken?
Occasionally.
Occasionally, yeah. But again, I would say that's out of our hands. If you're pushed into a tight corner, you've got to get that image, and it's not quite what the owner wants. And you've got to use that picture. But if we can help it, we try and submit the best we can, really.
But only one thing though is the fact that we can only take what's in front of us.
Oh yes.
We can't recreate something that's not there.
Nice to chat to you guys, and
Okay.
hope you get plenty of nice pictures today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
On to the toy group, judged by Vanessa Cox, seen here bringing forward her choice of dogs from which to choose the winners. Those not chosen leave the ring, but of course they're all going home as breed winners. And so it was on to the final selection. And without any ado, she chose the Chihuahua, Holyell Topaz Chancer, to win the toy groups. Group 2 went to the King Charles Spaniel, Brookhaven Believe It or Not. Group 3 went to the pug, Easter Night King Jack. Group 4 went to the Papillon, Glen Erin Shooting Star Maker, Sunshoe. Back to the winner for a little chat. Congratulations, Leslie, on your win.
Thank you very much.
The winning dog.
Well, this is Jeffrey, that's his pet name, and his show name is Champion Holyell Topaz Chancer. He ended the year last year top toy, obviously top long coat Chihuahua. He also ended third top dog all breeds. So this has been a fabulous win today, because obviously it starts of a new year, hopefully things to come.
How old is he?
He's 2. He's actually out of a bitch that I bred who's also a champion, and was a top long coat 2009.
Looks very friendly. Does he get on well with other dogs?
He can be a little bit naughty. I think he's, all this winning's gone to his head.
Really, yeah. He's not very big, but I imagine it takes quite a bit of preparation to get him ready for the show.
He's quite easily to do, actually. Pretty much wash and go.
Right. Well, anyway, thank you very much for talking to me.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
And, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.
Finally, it was the Best in Show, judged by Mr. R.A.W. Searle, having a first glimpse of all the group winners in this, the most coveted class of all. Winner of the utility breeds was this Kayet's hound, highly intelligent and adaptable, a breed believed to originate from Germany's Spitz breed. It's a sturdy dog, not very big. Best in Show went to Sangallas Court Jester, the bearded collie. Reserve Best in Show went to the Kayet's hound. Wonder why working for a living? That's Zarek. But today was the day of the beardie. Nick was kind enough to say a few words about Billy, the dog's pet name. Nick, congratulations, Best in Show.
Thank you, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
How much preparation have you put into this?
Not a lot myself. My wife does all the preparation, but I bring him to shows along with the wife. Preparation-wise, the day before, 3-4 hours, and then on the day, obviously, you're constantly making sure he's tidy.
Tell me a little bit about his history.
He's bred from our champion bitch and our champion dog. He's 3-year-old. He was out of the ring and lightly shown last year, but had his first 2 tickets as a youngster. And on Thursday was his 3rd ticket in championship. And today, obviously, Best in Show.
He's got a lovely coat. Is it easy to manage?
When they get a little older, it's much easier. He's now becoming mature, so the coat is easier to manage. When they're younger, you've got a lot of work to do with them to keep the quality.
Thanks very much, Nick, for giving me your time, and congratulations on this and this superb dog.
And thank you very much for sponsoring such a great show. Thank you very much.
Finally, of the puppies, this is the handsome little chap that came out on top.